G'day there guys, Marky here, and welcome back to another episode of r/relationship advice. I do hope you enjoy today's bloody good stories, and if you do, let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And with that said, I want you to sit back, relax, chuck a prawn to the barbie, and let's get right into today's video. Cheers. Posted by user ThrowRA titled, I, 25 male, have the chance to date my old high school crush, 25 female, but I'm engaged to 24 female. What do I do? I had a crush on this girl Carla since middle school going into high school, but she never paid me no mind. I left for the military and met Sarah, who is a nurse and wants to become a doctor-nurse practitioner. Sarah was the usual type of girl I dated. I left the military to do contracting work and moved back to my home state. One day while I was getting drinks at the bar, Carla was my bartender. She didn't recognize me, but when I told her my name, she couldn't believe it. She said she couldn't believe how much I had changed. I started becoming a regular and eventually exchanged contact information with her to catch up. Throughout this time, she told me that she had a crush on me, even though she knows that I have a fiancé. She said she likes how driven I am. Now I'm conflicted. She says that she will give me time to think about what I want to do. My fiancé and I are doing great, but I feel like she's normally the type of woman that I always get. Carla, I never had the opportunity or thought that I would. I don't want to hurt Sarah, but I feel like I would regret this forever if I don't pursue it. In the comments, Fearless Adeptness 61 says, starting to become a regular at a bar? No, you're going to visit your crush. Exchange numbers while in a relationship? Cheating is a series of choices, and it starts here. You know, most people wait for these types of opportunities when their high school crush or bully meets them later in life, and they get their glow-up revenge, double middle fingers in the air, because now they look better and are doing better in life than their high school counterpart, and instead of doing that, you're thinking about trying to get laid by someone who didn't give you the time of day in high school while you have a fiancé. The joke is that you'll end up with neither of them. He's already emotionally cheating. Poor Sarah. OP says, what are you talking about? Carla sees you as a fun challenge. Can I flatter this engaged guy into sleeping with me and turning his life upside down, followed by, wow, that was easy. Now, what about this guy who just started drinking here? Meanwhile, you are engaged to a woman you don't respect. My fiancé and I are doing great, but I feel like she's normally the type of woman that I don't always get. She deserves someone who thinks she is the most special, amazing woman in the world. She does not deserve to be cheated on every time someone flirts with you. She doesn't deserve to be treated like a consolation prize when you come across someone you really like. Stick with the single life, and then you can sleep with women on impulse without lying or hurting anyone. OP says, neither Carla nor I are looking for sex. She was clear that she wants a relationship. Uh-huh, sure, buddy. You're only after Carla for, checks notes, a relationship. Poor Sarah. That's all I can say. I don't know. This is probably great for her long term if OP goes through with his 3rd grade level love quest. If he doesn't do this nonsense, the poor girl may get stuck with this loser for years. Yeah, much like everyone else in this one, OP, it does seem like this is emotional cheating that you intend to turn into physical cheating. Don't do it. Don't give in to your stupid impulses here. Don't ruin a good thing because everyone can see this coming. You're not that guy. You are not pulling the wool over everyone's eyes. You're not different. You're just like the rest of the people that go out and emotionally and then physically cheat. Be better. And now, onto the update titled, I want to get my fiancé back. I broke her heart. I love Sarah so much, and I stupidly called off the wedding to be with my old crush a few weeks ago. Throughout the couple weeks, Carla used me as a piggy bank. That's all I effing was to her. I spoiled her, paid for her hair, nails, etc. I gave her everything. I found out she used the money that I zelled her to buy a ticket for some guy to come see her. I'm sick to my stomach. I reached out to Sarah, but she feels betrayed and says she doesn't want to be sloppy seconds. But she's not. I love her and needed this to realize it. In the comments, Sav575757 says, have you ever heard the phrase, play stupid games, win stupid prizes? If your ex-fiancé has any self-respect, she won't take you back. You've already discarded her. Leave her alone. OP says, I love her. I know I made a dumb choice, but the few weeks without her reminded me why I fell in love with her. You don't love her. You just literally cannot cope with being single. I remember your last post, and honestly, I love this for Sarah. She is free, Carl is a hoe, and you are miserably single. Everybody got their best ending. Carla honestly did Sarah a favor with this one. It was going to happen sooner or later. Carla thankfully helped reveal his true colors before Sarah wasted any more time being unappreciated. He got what he deserved. Idiots. And Sarah dodged a cannonball there. I hope she recovers well and finds an even better guy. OP though? He's never going to be happy with what he has and always going to dream for what he had or might have. The easiest way to end up miserable is to always wonder what could be instead of appreciating what is. Seriously, if it wasn't Carla, it was going to be some other woman that OP chased after like a dog. Thank God he showed his true colors before any papers were signed. It's hard to believe that someone could type the title and not realize that they are being an idiot. Do you want to break up with your fiancé that you promised to love for the rest of your life for a crush from high school? What a crazy dude. Our next post is by user Red563, titled, Me 24 male with my girlfriend 23 female, girlfriend has princess syndrome. I have been with my girlfriend for about 5 months. We've been casual friends since college, but only began dating after she graduated. We get along really well. When I say princess syndrome, I don't mean that she's spoiled or entitled, because she isn't. Her clothes seem to take over her life. She dresses like a sort of fairy tale princess on a near daily basis, excluding at work. Long, frilly skirts, lacy blouses, things like that. It works for her because she is very pretty and can pull it off. At first, I found it to be very endearing, but then I became aware of how much time she spends on her outfits. She runs a blog that has a sizable amount of followers, and she is constantly posting outfit pictures, linking to clothing items, and whatnot. She spends a few hours a day on her blog, at least. Then she spends time sewing items for new outfits or for her Etsy store. When we go out, we get a lot of stares at what she's wearing. I've also caught people sneaking pictures of her on their cell phones. This attention makes me uncomfortable. I've asked her to tone it down a bit, but she took that to mean not wearing anything in her hair when we're out together. I have told her several times that I love her just the way she is, but she seems to brush it off. I had hoped when she started her new job in the career of her choice that she would become more serious, but her new boss and co-workers encourage her. I worry that people won't take her seriously or miss how kind and intelligent she is. How can I talk to her about dressing more appropriately without hurting her feelings? In the comments, sounds like you have to get over your insecurities. This is her hobby, her interest, and she's getting positive reactions. You shouldn't be trying to change her, especially when it was something that initially drew you to her. OP replies, I guess I'm having trouble seeing clothing as a hobby. I play video games as a hobby, but that doesn't cause strangers to take pictures of me when I'm trying to shop at the supermarket. I get your point that it initially drew me to her because it did. That is fair. I guess I didn't think that it would be such a constant thing in her life, especially after she graduated. You said that she sews and runs a blog about her clothes. That's a hobby. My ex was into the same scene. The women get free stuff from sponsors and ad money from click-throughs, so it does have a good return on investment. She's probably making good pocket money if she is as popular as you imply. It also allows her to share an interest with strangers on the internet, just like a video game blog or any other hobby. Honestly, it sounds like you're more uncomfortable with the attention that it brings. You need to be honest and talk it out with her. Together you can find a way to compromise and make both parties happy. Maybe sometimes she doesn't dress up, or maybe you can shop alone sometimes. From your title, I thought this was going to be a post about how she's entitled, spoiled, prissy, etc. Instead, it's just about how you don't like the way that she dresses. That's not a problem with her, it's a problem with you. Repeat this to yourself in your head whenever you start feeling the urge to change her. My girlfriend is allowed to dress however she wants, just like I am. Quote, girlfriend dresses like a princess, how do I talk to her about it? You don't, dummy. It's been 5 months. Take it or leave it. This is who she is. It's staggering to think that you knew this girl for years, dated her, and chose to be in a relationship with her, fully knowing about her, and now you want to change her? Ugh. I'm very much on board with that one. I think you've been in a relationship with this woman for such a long time now, and your paths have diverged. If you're not liking the attention from that, you can talk to her about it, you can discuss your feelings, but you can't force her to change, and what she's doing is not inherently wrong, from my point of view. I think that you pressuring her and somewhat belittling her by saying, "Oh, people might not see how kind and intelligent she is because of her appearance," kind of rubs me the wrong way, I won't lie. You're just saying like, "Oh man, my girlfriend looks like an airhead. She looks like a little princess and no one's gonna take her seriously." You know what she's like. Why would you say that? You guys have been together such a long time, you've seen how people interact with her. You can't just start making things up like that now. Give me some evidence that people have been like that and that it's a constant thing, because pictures don't prove that, OP. I think you're being a bit of an asshole here and you need to chill out. And now, onto the update. I didn't plan on updating, but things changed. I realized from my last post that I needed to be more supportive, but also communicate on how she could dress down on certain occasions so that we could both be comfortable. Well, I never got the chance to talk to her about it. Last week, she called and wanted to stop by my apartment after work. When she got there, I offered to make dinner, but she said that she couldn't stay and that we had to talk. I jokingly asked if she was breaking up with me, and she looked really guilty. You can see where this is going. We talked about how we were in different places in life and had different goals for the future. Well, she talked, but I agreed. It was a pretty amicable breakup, even though I felt blindsided. We agreed to stay friends. I've never been dumped before, and it's effing awful. I'm having trouble with the whole social media thing post-breakup. I want a way to keep in touch with her, but as soon as her relationship status changed, all these alternative-looking guys have been liking her posts and commenting on her pictures. I don't think she's seeing these guys, but it still hurts. My friend wants to set me up on a date, but I don't know if it's a good idea. In the comments, might want to work on yourself before you do date if you think it's okay to try to dictate what she can wear. Damn, it always hurts, even when things aren't going well. I would avoid social media or block her posts at least for a while. That's the only thing that ever worked for me. OP says, "We agreed to stay friends, so I don't want to block her." You don't have to block her entirely, you can just restrict her in what she sees and what you see from her via newsfeed. She'll still be able to message you. And now, onto the second update. I was going through an old email and found this account again. I was surprised I could still log in, and even more by the amount of people who had reached out to me. It's a bit embarrassing to relive this breakup from almost 10 years ago. In retrospect, it wasn't meant to be, and I think I was reeling more from getting dumped than the loss of the relationship. I am 33 now, and am married to a wonderful woman, 31 female, for 4 years. I learned my lesson about supporting my significant other's hobbies. My wife loves running and baking. We have a daughter who is turning 3 this year. I want her to be free to express herself how she likes, as long as it's safe, of course. I would do anything for them. I'm still friends with my ex on social media. We don't talk, but we'll like each other's posts. She is married to another woman now who also dresses differently. It's not as frilly as she used to dress, but still unusual. Her pictures look like something out of Anne of Green Gables. She seems very happy on their farm together. TLDR, was dumb in my early 20s, got over an old breakup, and now I'm happily married, supporting my wife's hobbies. In the comments, Mr. Slab Bulkhead says, "Damn, a 9 years later update? This might be a record. Congrats on the happy marriage and the kid. Can we expect an update in 10 years when your daughter has become a teenager and developed princess syndrome herself? Also, congrats on your life." OP says, "Well, she does love pink and purple. If your daughter ever wants a princess phase and things are on good terms, it would be cute if you were able to reach out to your ex for help in a friendly way. In an ideal world, it could put a beautiful pin in the end of the relationship in a good way. Good for you. Sometimes life smacks you hard enough to make you sit down and rethink your preconceptions. It's never fun, but the growth is absolutely worth it. As painful as that breakup was, it opened up a whole new world of empathy and understanding and made you a much better person. Seeing that she's married to a woman now is maybe the least shocking thing to ever happen to me. Femme-coded for sure. Another point for the women who are hyper-feminine are more for the female gaze club. 10 years ago, I was also into the Japanese Lolita alt fashion scene, and there were tons of stories like this, where boyfriends were constantly like, why can't you dress normal girly and not princessy? Because they literally couldn't fathom hyper-femme fashion that wasn't also designed to appeal to men who were into femme/traditional girls. Lolita fashion takes a fighter jet across that line, and tons of guys hated it, to the point that in Japan specifically, girls would love the style because it was super fulfilling for them, but a turn-off for men. Also, to no one's surprise, tons of girls in the style turned out to be queer, because female-dominated alt fashion hobbies where the focus was on meticulous expression for other girls' attention tended to attract girls who liked other girls. Let me tell you how funny it was that these gals were also rubbing shoulders with a lot of American Christian purity/tradwife types who were into modest dress, in terms of not showing skin, but wanted to peacock around and show other Sunday prayer ladies what was up. A lot of them also turned out gay too. It's probably one of my favorite facts about Lolita fashion, that some women got into it because it let them be pretty and frilly while also discouraging men. I'm 30, and I'm trying to find clothes that are frilly and pretty and princessy, but still wearable for every day. Like, I love fancy dresses, but hate full length. But short fancy dresses look too junior high prom. I wish I could see the ex's outfits to see what I'm looking for. And that's where I'm going to end today's episode, guys. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.